Hello on the planet and beyond. It's Shadi between here and there, and I want to talk about these a la carte airline services and the connection they could potentially have with human trafficking. So specifically, I want to talk about Frontier Airlines, which I just use. I've never used them. I usually go for a bigger name like American Airlines, Delta, etc. Especially when I'm traveling internationally. I like Lufthansa and some of the other higher echelon airlines. Okay, so Frontier and Spirit have been known to have this business model of an a la carte type of flight. To where, okay, you pay for the flight, but then you also have to pay for one check bag that should be included into the travel, because who travels without at least one check bag unless they are traveling short trips or it's a part of human trafficking. Okay, so we have to look at these nooks and crannies that allow for human trafficking to take place. Okay, no one is really maneuvering this planet going to another location without these additional necessities aside from a backpack. Okay, so because they have things priced out to where you pay for the seating, you pay for one check bag, those things are allowing these people that are escorting humans through air travel to other locations. Okay, what they should be doing is these things are included in the package, and if they opt out of it, then they don't have to pay for that service, but it should already be included in the price. Because what's happening is, aside from human trafficking, there are people that are taking these flights thinking that everything is set up for them and having really bad experiences to where they have to come out of pocket hundreds of dollars just to have a seat on the flight, just to have one check luggage for their travels. Okay, so again, how does this really look for human trafficking? Okay, so when a person is trafficked, mostly it's going to be females that are trafficked. Sometimes they are drugged, so you're not able to really identify and be able to have a conversation with the individual. That individual usually is going to be escorted by another female. Okay, yes, there are females that are going to be escorting these females. Seems like kind of like a friend group type of scenario. However, this person is potentially trafficked. Throughout the passage, there aren't many spaces where the escort is separate from the victim. Okay, and so because there isn't much separation, they're moving around, they're going to the restroom together, they're going to eateries or wherever they're maneuvering throughout the airport. There isn't a lot of time and space where the victim can get away from that escort. So there are certain steps that need to be put in place that make it hard for human trafficking to occur. One starts with every ticket should secure a seat. If you want to upgrade seating, okay, you pay extra fee, and also check luggage, because again, if you're traveling with little to no luggage, you're probably probably a trafficking situation occurring, or this person is just quickly, okay, I need to pop over to this state or this city and do whatever, business. However, most people are traveling with large luggage. Okay, now with being able to communicate that is something is going on, I was asking different airports. I've flown to New Orleans, to Orlando, Philadelphia, as well as RDU, to see what is the process and how it looks for a victim to be able to travel and alert someone of what's going on. Okay, I noticed in Orlando Airport there was sign language. There could be mute people that are also trafficked, but there was sign language of like pointing and this to let someone know. But what does that look like in action? Okay, some of the people, the security forces, just stated that they would alert the police. However, what are the procedures that are taking place? How do we escort these people into maybe temporary shelters to provide them protections. I saw nothing throughout the airport that is going to provide that protection. We have to look at it. These signs saying stop human trafficking does nothing but remind people that this happens every day. Okay, so I have some suggestions. Like I said, I just got in from the airport. I literally just came in here. I wanted to, get in. However, I'm like, this needs to be talked about. Okay, Spirit and Frontier, I've never flown with them before. However, this trip, I was like, okay, this is the date and times that I'm needing. Let me go ahead and fly with them. However, when I'm getting to the airport, it's, your luggage. One check luggage to pay for that. And also pay for seating. These are indicators of human trafficking. And I'm not specifically saying that Frontier and Spirit are in on a human trafficking ring. However, that business model makes it easy, very easy to traffic humans, and it needs to be revisited because for the most part, people are look at your numbers, Spirit and Frontier. Look at your numbers. How many people are opting out of one check bag? How many people? So go ahead and include it in your pricing and stop playing with people, okay? Because that's what you're doing here. You're making it very easy for trafficking to occur. Your business model, you're trying to have it a la carte, okay? You want white rice, you want peas, you want carrots, you want chicken, every little thing, stressing the traveler out as if you don't already have to travel miles in airports, have long layovers, cancellations, no accommodations that make sense for that type of situation. So it needs to be talked about. I'm going to get off of here for this specific video. I'm going to come back later and put a more detailed plan of what needs to occur, because these airlines, the idea doesn't make sense. A la carte should be for the bells and whistles, not the necessities. It is necessary to have at least one check bag. If you want to have overflow, that should cost. If you want to have a second check bag, that should cost. If you want first class seating, that should cost. But not the bare necessities. Your flight, your seat, and one check bag, and a personal item being carried on. You're making it hard for people, especially people that have not traveled before. You're putting a bad taste in their mouth. And what are you doing? You're just causing more complaints. Your business model is crappy. Your application does not flow. Your check-in process isn't a 1, 2, 3. It's a 1, 2, 15 of different steps that you have to go through to get to your flight, to check in. And if you don't check in online, you have to check in at the desk, which it isn't round the clock service. They pop in when there's a flight to minimize the amount they have to pay for the associates. And then if you get assistance at the desk, of course you have to pay more. So now, not only are we paying for the flight, paying for a one check luggage, paying for the seat, we're also assisting with paying a person's salary, which should already be looped in because it should already be a part of the business model. Like I said, I'll be back on so we can talk about this, because it was really disturbing, because as an analyst, as a human intelligence collector, I could easily traffic a human. I could see how that occurs. Because in my profession, we have to look at things from offense and defense. And visualizing and seeing how this thing can happen, people could easily be trafficked through Spirit and Frontier Airlines, okay? So I'm going to get off of here for now, And we're going to revisit this thing because change needs to happen time now.